Hi everyone, my name is Phil and welcome to Phil Does 3D. I'm a multimedia and 3D artist and I stream live on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time in the United States. That's now 11 a.m. if you're in Australia because we've started daylight savings here, or 1 a.m. if you're in the UK. I hope all you guys and girls are well. Remember though, if you do miss the live streams, you can catch up at any time by clicking the videos tab on my Twitch page because I always upload my previous streams to Twitch. You can also catch the streams on my YouTube channel at Phil Does 3D, but they're a little bit behind the ones that I have on Twitch. So remember too, if you want to join the Phil Does 3D Discord server, type !Discord in Twitch chat and that will give you an invite link to join the server. Hellforge, thank you for the host, buddy. I do appreciate it. We are going to continue working on the House and the Hollow game, and there you go. Hellforge has just popped the Discord link and the Steam store link in Twitch chat. So if you do want to wishlist the game you see me working on today, you can click that link, go to the Steam store page and wishlist it. That way you'll get a notification the minute it's released. We're going to continue working on that game. We're working on the attic for the game. We're nearly finished the attic. We're just doing some cobwebs and then we're going to do the lighting. And once we've done that, we're going to move to the sitting room, but that probably will be next week, I imagine. We'll see how we go. So let's jump straight into Unreal, shall we? And so this is our attic here and we are starting to add cobwebs and stuff. We're in unlit mode at the moment because there's no lighting, so the room is pretty much pitch black. So, all right, let's continue doing the cobwebs, I guess. Remember, if you have any questions while I'm working, feel free to pop into chat and ask me. If you want to pop in and say hello, that is always welcome. But if all you want to do is watch, that's completely fine. I might have a coffee before we start. Okay. So, cobwebs. All the cobwebs all the time. Let's see here. I think I might put some up here in this corner. Elfwood says, remember to grab the free stuff the Unreal is giving away on the marketplace. Yes, every month Epic Games give away free stuff for Unreal on the Epic Games marketplace. So if you do want to use the engine to make something, you should grab all the free stuff because it's free. We all love free stuff. I must remember to do that. I do it every month and I'd forgotten this month. So thanks for the reminder, Hellforge. Hellforge says, I'll take a watch, Rolex, please. So yeah, I think maybe some cobwebs in this corner might be cool. So let's grab one of these little cobweb piles and move it over. And again, we're using the same, we've got like 3 or 4 different groups of cobwebs that we're using, and we're going to do that so that we can hardware instance them later on. Let's rotate it around. Just let me turn angle snap back on too. I really should always have that on. Now I'm putting a lot of cobwebs here because I have plans to put candles here and it should pick up the cobwebs, hopefully. We'll find out when I bring the candles in, but that's the reason why I want to put a few more just here in this corner. So that when we put the candles in, they can sort of get highlighted by the candle. That's the plan anyway. Do it every time. I mean to move the camera and end up moving the actual object. Healthwatch says, I just saw this month's freebies as I was closing down the engine. It's been hogging resources all evening without me getting any closer to shoveling stuff in there. Oh, do you actually use the launcher, the Epic Games launcher? I don't use that. I actually, there's a file. Normally when you're using the Unreal Engine, every time you open up the editor, it launches the Epic Games launcher in the background, which is not a big deal, but I don't like it. I don't want the launcher launched because I don't want to use it. Sorry, my phone is going off here. Yeah, I don't use the launcher because I don't want to use the launcher for anything. I just want the editor. But by default, when you actually when you launch the editor, the launcher automatically opens up, and that's really annoying. Sorry. But there is something you can do. You can actually put a blank text file in a certain spot inside of the engine, and it will stop that launcher from launching up. So if you guys are interested in that, I can show you what it is, but it's, yeah, all it is a text file which is completely blank that prevents the launcher from launching. Maybe it doesn't annoy you people, but it annoys me. So I turn it off. I wish Epic would stop doing that. It's unnecessary. Healthwood says, I didn't know you could have the engine going without the launcher. Yes, you can. I launched the engine. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably hidden behind me, but from a shortcut. So I don't go through the launcher at all. You can just, if you go into where your installation of Epic Games is, usually it's going to be in your under C program files, but I install a version on an SSD, which is not my C drive. My C drive is an SSD as well, but I actually have a design SSD devoted to design work. And if you go into engine, where is it? Binaries, Win64. You can launch the engine directly this way, the Unreal Editor, that shortcut there. If you click that, that'll open up the engine, but it will open up the launcher unless you add, and again, I've got to remember where I put it, this here. So under your engine, so C program files, Unreal Engine version, whatever it is you're using, then the engine folder and then the build folder, add a blank text file called perforcebuild.txt. It's completely blank, as you can see here. There's nothing in it. So I'll just pop that in Twitch chat. So where are we? Add this to stop launch. You can still launch the launcher normally. It doesn't stop the launcher from launching. It just stops the launcher launching if you just want to use the Unreal Editor. Add this to stop launcher. So it's just called perforcebuild.txt. Put it in your engine build folder. And when you launch the editor, it'll stop the launcher from launching. Hey, sorry, Android Lust. Hey, Android Lust, it's good to see you. Bill showing off his multiple SSDs, that's right. Kingfisher, it's good to see you. Kingfisher says, that's a great tip. The Epic launcher annoys me because I keep getting spam friend requests. That's the other thing too, yeah. No, it annoys me as well. So if you just put a blank text file called perforcebuild, as I've just popped in Twitch chat.txt, there can be nothing in the text file, just a text file that's called that, inside of your engine and then your build folder, it'll stop the launcher launching when you open up the editor. If you still want to run the launcher, you can click the launcher button and it will open up. It won't stop anything else. It just stops that automatic opening of the launcher when you just want to run the editor. So, and it's good to see you, Kingfisher. Android Lust says, I think Epic Launcher gives you spam notifications too. Yeah, look, I understand why Epic created the launcher. I mean, it's useful. It can be useful. And you have to use it generally if you want to install anything from the marketplace. You install it through the launcher. So you can still do all of that even with that text file. That doesn't stop any of that. All that text file does is stop the launcher launching if all you want to run is the editor. So Mercury says, I don't get spam, but then again, I have the game store part of it disabled. Well, there you go. Well, that purpose text file will stop the launcher launching, just if you want to run the editor, which is what I want to do. I don't want the launcher in the background if I'm just using the editor. It's unnecessary. Do bear in mind though, if you do use Perforce, which is like the version control system that you can install, it's free. It's like so if you're doing versioning of your game builds, probably wise not to put that Perforce build text file in, because that'll stop Perforce from working correctly. So yeah, if you are using Perforce to do versioning, don't do that. But if you're not, which I'm not, because well, we don't use Perforce to begin with. We use other stuff, but to do our versioning software. Not that there's anything wrong with Perforce. Perforce is very good. But particularly when I'm working here at home, I find it annoying to have to deal with. I'm just wondering if I should add more cobwebs. All the cobwebs all the time around here. Android Lust says that'll get rid of the spam. That's right. Yeah. Disabling the launcher will get rid of the spam for sure. Android Lust says more couldn't hurt. No, that's right. All the cobwebs all the time everywhere. Right, what can we grab? Maybe just a few more here. So maybe if I grab this one, if I can grab it, it's very difficult. There we go. It's really painful to select it here. I know. We'll get closer to it. That'll work. Don't do this. Here we go. Edit, duplicate. You can see there's a shortcut here for this as well. Control W. Hellforge says 24/7 cobweb sounds like my brain when I'm not chugging tea and coffee. You can never have too many cobwebs. Well, you can. I don't know if you guys have played any of the Metro games, Metro Exodus and all those sort of titles. They tend to go a bit overboard with the cobwebs in that game. Let's rotate it around so it's sort of running in the same direction as the other cobweb. Well, we might make it a little bit off center. Oh, don't do that. Oh man, look, I have my mouse over here and it moves the object. What's going on there? Hellford says easy way around the too many cobwebs is to have a spider boss and a flamethrower as a weapon. Yeah, no, I've already told people there's no running away from monsters or anything in the game. Some people don't like that. Like they want to play a game where they're not constantly in fear of their life or having to run from something that's trying to kill them. And I get that. I do get that. I'm just trying to work out how I can position this. Because we can't have our cobweb sort of just the end of the cobweb hanging in midair like that. I need to make it so it looks like the spider has tried to join it up somehow. Or attach it, I should say, to something. It's proving difficult with this shape of this web. Maybe we won't use this one. Maybe we'll use this one. We'll scale it down a little bit. Snowberry says Amnesia Dark Descent. Helpwood says it's bad enough running from the tax collector. It's Amnesia Dark Descent, I think, maybe. Which is a good game. A good horror game. Smurf says, yeah, I have hide game library enabled in the launcher settings and get no spam. But remember to grab those free games as well, because Epic give away, free games all the time. We want the free stuff. We want all the free stuff. Let's rotate this around the other way. Again, it's don't know if I can use this one either. I only created 3 variations of the web, and I probably should have created 1 or 2 more. Because I don't think there's a way I can get this positioned correctly without it looking odd. Smokeberry says, I don't want their free games. Android Lost says, free stuff makes my hard drives cry. Well, you don't have to install it. You just grab it when it's free and keep it in your library. We've all got hundreds of Steam games and we don't have them all installed, but they're there if you do ever want to install them. Android Lost says, free stuff makes your hard drive cry. Hellport says, not sure that goes for everyone though, since I told a bird I fancied a while back that I was free. She just walked away and didn't talk to me again. Oh, Hellforge. Maybe we can, if we scale it down, that might work. So let me move it over so it's actually sort of attached to this ball here. Yeah, I might just rotate it around a bit as well. You see the attention to detail that goes into this game, even down to the spider webs. That should be right, because again, like I said, I want to put some candles here, so hopefully the spider web will pick up the light from the candles quite nicely from both directions when the player is coming around. Okay, why don't we put some webbing maybe up in this corner here too. Again, let's grab this one here. I really should have centered the pivot on this. It would have made working with it much easier. Bad Phil. Bad Phil. Oh, yeah. Let's rotate it around so maybe it's at an angle like that. Well, you know, I don't mind. I'm just looking at this here. I'm thinking, I wonder if I should put cobwebs here as well. I have to be careful not to get too carried away with the cobwebs, but I just like the fact that there's lots of webbing over the around the banister there. Maybe. Like, you know, it's creepy walking past cobwebs like that. Let's move it down though so it touches the floor. And maybe move it back a little bit. Hellforge says, yeah, sounds like you should have a coffee as a social distance compliant pat on the... I agree. There's always an excuse for a coffee. But you don't need an excuse to have a coffee. Juzan, it's good to see you, Juzan. Juzan says, is Phil doing 3D? Yes, Phil is doing 3D. Needs a bigger spider in it, Android Lust says. Yeah, I wasn't initially going to put quite that many cobwebs in this corner, but why not? I say, why not? Juzan says, I managed to get one of those PS5 pre-orders. Oh, sweet. So you've got your PS5 all ready to go. I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. They sold out, didn't they? Both the Xbox Series X and the PS5. I think they sold out pretty much immediately as soon as they went for sale. So what's the first game you're going to play on the PS5, Juzan? Is there a particular title coming out that you really want to play, that you're going to be playing? Demon Souls are cool. Yeah, the Sony consoles, they have a lot of really cool first-party games that they only release on the PlayStation. I don't know what the Xbox One is like, whether Microsoft are planning any exclusives for that console, but I know Sony always come up with some really, really good exclusive games for the PS5. Or for the PlayStation console, I should say, not for the PS5. Not just for the PS5. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm looking at this direction and trying to work out where I want more webs. More webs. Maybe. We've got quite a few webs going on over here now, so maybe we need something in this corner up here. So let's grab this copy of this again, because that was what I was originally using it for. It was meant to go in the background. And let's move it over. And I think maybe around about up here. Just moving around the cobweb to make sure it looks okay. I just have to make sure I don't go through the wall too far so that we come into the next room. So. That should be alright. Okay, so we got our webs. Let's not go too overboard. I think that's probably enough. I was going to put some up here. I just need to control myself, but listen, it's an attic that's been locked up for hundreds of years, so it's going to have a lot of cobwebs. They're going to get toned down quite a bit once the lighting comes back in. They're not going to stand out quite as much as we see them here. So let's go nuts. Why not? Let's duplicate this one again. This one's good as like a generic cobweb that can go pretty much anywhere. Some of them, like these ones, can really only go on things that hang down like these beams. Well, yeah, they really only look best on things like the beams. So let us rotate it around. And let's move it up. Where have I moved it to? Where is it? Let's move it down. Let's move it in. There we go. It went a bit too high. It's up in the ceiling now. We don't want that. Let's move it over. And maybe rotate it a little bit. I was wondering what that line is. I was thinking, am I inside of a wall? But no, that's the cable for the light bulb. I'll just rotate it a little bit. This is the side I want to rotate. Let me turn angle snap off. Let's move it over maybe a little bit. Juzan says, I'm really waiting for the RTX 3090 to go in stock. You're going to buy a 3090? Nice. All that VRAM. So you got a PS5 and you're going to get a 3090. Man, you got money to burn. Now the 3090 actually is a good graphics card. I can vouch for it. The VRAM, if you're doing anything regarding, if you're a creative, a developer or anything like that, the 3090 with the extra VRAM is really useful, for sure. I see a lot of talk on the forums about people saying, you're wasting your money buying a 3090. Well, if you're only going to be playing games, then that's probably true. But some of us use our computer for things apart from just games, so... Making sure that that's not going to interfere with the player as they're coming up. No, that should be fine. Okay, let's keep going down the hallway now. I'm thinking some cobwebs here as well. Let's rotate them around. Maybe for these ones we'll... I was going to say we'll lift them up, but no, we don't want that. We want it touching the ground. Making sure we're touching the wall. Maybe we can rotate it this way a little bit. Again, I've got to make sure I don't go through the ceiling. No, we should be good. Maybe move it over a little bit. I might bring it up just a little bit. NS Film, hey to you as well. What am I up to? I'm working on the attic for that House on the Hollow game. That's what you up to? What you been doing? Good to see you though, NS Film. And we're putting the cobwebs in the attic. And Creative Steve, it's good to see you too, Creative Steve. How are you? I'm doing really well, thanks for asking. Yes, no, I'm good. Was busy last week. They moved one of the deadlines up on me for one of the projects for the ArchViz studio I work for. So last week was a bit hectic, but I'm good this week. I hope you're well. You're doing well? Good to hear. Smurf says it's that guy with the face. NS Film says that's awesome. I've been blocking out some character animation. Cool. Well, remember guys, if you want to show up any of your work on the gallery in the Phil Does 3D Discord, go right ahead, join the Discord server and post in the gallery. We all love looking at stuff you guys make, so I like showing it up on the stream as well. But only if you're comfortable with that. If you don't want to, then that's cool. I don't want to make you guys do anything you don't want to do. Okay, I think we need some webbing on this side as well around these boxes, so let's grab this taller one here. Now let's rotate it around. Bring it down a bit. And maybe move it in a little bit. Lots of spiders in that pile. Lots and lots of spiders. Wouldn't want to go digging through whatever's in those boxes. I'm guaranteed with all that spider web, there's lots of spiders in there. Thank you, Hellforge. If you want to wishlist this game, you can do that on Steam right now using the link that Hellforge just popped into Twitch chat. Now I need to start trying to balance this up a little bit more, so I think it needs maybe some webbing. Maybe some webbing through here. Maybe around the window here. Let's take this one. And rotate it. And I'm going to duplicate it again, I think. too much spider. You think, am I getting carried away? You guys have got to, you've got to tell me and control me because I can just get so carried away with spider webs. I really can. I don't want to turn into Metro Exodus and make spider webs, put webs everywhere. Less is more, as they say. You think that's enough for this, down for this section? I might move back down to the end of the hallway now. I was going to keep going, but let's try and control ourselves a little bit. This corner here is a good spot for webs. Helpboard says replace spider webs with bacon and see how far you'll get. Bacon. I do like bacon. We'll see what it looks like. Like I said, it stands out a lot here in the unlit mode, but once we get lighting going, the spider webs will tone down quite a bit. So even though at the moment it might look like we've got a lot of webbing going on, it will tone down once the lighting goes in. Let's copy this one. Let's copy this one. Again, the spider webbing is thicker than spider web normally would be, but I've had to make it that way so that you can see it on the once the lighting goes in. If the webbing was too fine, you'd never notice it in the game. So it was purposefully designed to be thicker than a real web would be, so that there's more chance we'll see it inside the game. Sometimes you just have to do that with some assets when you're making a game, otherwise the player won't notice it, or it'll look odd if it's the correct size. Yeah. So to make it look right, you have to make the size wrong. Okay, again, I'm going for a bit. I'm looking for balance here with the webbing. I know I want webbing through here, so I'm going to grab probably this one here. Yeah, let's rotate it around. Let's grab a copy of this one here.
What you're going to hear about today is nothing short of a miracle.
If I can get in there to select it. So who else is going to be upgrading their video card to an NVIDIA, to one of the new NVIDIA ones?
Sound waves reaching the microphone are changed into
If you can buy one, that is. Because apparently they've been pretty hard to come by.
new musical experience you can have.
Helpful. Like Andrew Loss says, I would love to, but I don't think I need to. If you're running a 20 series card, they're still very good. You don't have to upgrade your video card. I think it was Edo. Was it Edo in the on the Discord server said, "Oh, now my 2080 Ti is obsolete." Well, that's not true. It's still a very good video card. The 20 series is still fine.
Stop hitting me!
Make the building collapse, rock the bomb, bomb, bomb. Bring it like that.
Hellforge says, which mic? I was reading something, didn't hear. Oh, okay, no, we're talking about video cards. The new NVIDIA 30 series graphics cards is what we're talking about. I thought you said mic. No, cards, graphics cards, 3090, 3080, and the 3070 being released, I think, at the end of October, from memory. Okay, we need more cobwebs down in this corner, so I won't put cobwebs over that. I could, but I won't. But we do need a grouping down here, I think. So let's duplicate this one again.
And now it's available for everyone.
Everybody from the front to the back now.
And we might scale this one up a little bit, because why not?
Switch it.
Yeah, let's rotate it around so it looks a bit different from the other one.
Yeah.
I think with this one, this was actually, I know when I created it in Max, it was actually designed for a corner like this. Helpful, Jezio. I was skimming through the news, so my attention was a bit split. No worries. Well, I know a lot of people, when they watch Twitch streamers, they actually work or they play a game even, and people have stream going on one side and they're doing their stuff on the other, which is cool. Again, I'm looking to make sure I keep all of these webs at least a bit balanced in where I put them. So you will see me going through the room and just looking around to make sure everything is looking balanced. I guess we should do a quick save, shouldn't we? We shouldn't tempt fate. Let's save the project so I can have a copy while it's doing it. Copy and save. Yes, Hellforge think. Great minds think alike. So I think we're almost done with the webbing for this hallway section. We're going to move into the main room next. So I think we do need some webs sort of just through here as well to try and balance it up a bit. We've got some over here, some back here. So we need just some here too. I want to try and tone down the look of that table a bit as well, and that'll help. So I'm going to copy probably this little group here. This little web, if I can select it. Come on, why are you so hard to select? Helpwood says, yeah, normally I'll watch your stream and work on some stuff. A lot of people do that, work on some stuff. But since I just finished working for the night when you started streaming, I figure I'd just relax. Well, that's fair enough too. But yeah, no, people do. People work while they watch streams. People will play a game while they're watching a stream. Like they have the stream going in the background and they're playing a game. People do all sorts of stuff. Which is fair enough. If you can multitask, why not? I'm wondering. If maybe. Wondering if I can bring one of these in. I just want to get a shape, a spider web shape that's a bit different from the ones we've been using so far. Just not sure I can use this one because this one's really meant for beams. We'll see. Creative Steve says, whenever I work on something, I always try my best to save after every couple of steps. Well, that's a very wise way to work, Steve. Very wise. That's the best way to work. Again, a lot of software has auto-save. Like it'll automatically save for you as you're working. Now, I turn all of that off, as I've told my regular viewers, because I hate what happens when it auto-saves is it sort of glitches the program for a second or two. It freezes up. And that really annoys me more than having to remember to save manually. But that is an option. Turn autosave on. I prefer to have it all because I don't like that glitch that happens when it autosaves. It sort of freezes the program up and you can't do anything. I find that more annoying. Let's just scale it back a little bit. Let's see if we can't use it. No, I don't know if we can because, again, it wasn't really created for... it was actually created to hang off of beams. So I don't really think it's going to fit here. Maybe if I scale it down. Maybe if I scale it up. Make it a little bit longer maybe. Probably not, but yeah, it really needs to be attached to something at the top here. And we really don't have anything to attach it to. That's all right. We can use it somewhere else. Maybe up in this corner. Yeah, we could probably get away with putting it in this corner. Healthboy says that's the best way, especially if you know the software is prone to crashing. I save obsessively when I work with material stuff in Blender because how often it crashes on me. Steve says, exactly, I started learning Blender during the 2.75 era when it used to crash so often. So as I experienced crashes from that version, it got me to save regularly anyway. I mean, there's nothing worse than spending an hour or two working on something, forgetting to save, the program crashes, and then you've lost all that work. That's devastating. You know, it's happened to me. It has happened to me. There are times I do forget to save. A program will crash and the hours of work that I put in are gone. Yeah, it's terrible. So save. Even if you have the autosave turned on, save regularly anyway. I save revision numbers as well, so I don't keep saving over the same file. I have like revision 1, revision 2, revision 3. So every time I do a new save, after I've done quite a bit of work on a project, I don't save it back to the same file name. I put I increment a number on the end of it. That way, if a file becomes corrupt, which can happen as well, like you'll save out your file and maybe it gets corrupted, then you can't reload it up again. If you keep changing the file name, just add 1 on the end, then 2 on the end, then 3 on the end. So the same file name, just _1, _2. That way, if it does become corrupted, you've got other versions you can go back to. I mean, you do have to clean it all up after you finish the project, because otherwise you've got like 30 different version numbers of the same file, just incrementally worked on. So what I do is once I've finished the project, I save out what I call a final version, _final, and then I generally delete all of the revisions. So that's the way I work. Andrew Lott says, I normally panic save after the software tries to crash. It's a perfect time. When you get to that stage, it's a little bit too late. I'd advise trying to save before it got to that stage. Steve says, plus I had a super old HP 8-year-old laptop at the time. Smurfberry says, save now, Phil. I saved just before, but I will. I'll do it just for you, Smurfberry. I'll save right now. There we go. It's a little bit more difficult when you're working on a game level because, well, you can still incrementally save if you want to do a save as. But these files tend to be huge. Huge. When you work on a game, yeah, we're talking multiple gigabytes. Gigabytes upon gigabytes here. Like, I think the game the guys and I are working on here, The House on the Hollow, I think it's about 60 gigabytes so far, and that's only like a portion of the game. So yeah, it can get really huge. So that we don't tend to do incremental saves with the Unreal Engine, but that's why you have things like Perforce, that versioning software, so that you can you don't have to do that. It'll take care of it for you. Hellforge says 1A, 1B, 1C, that works as well. So long as it works for you, then that's fine. So long as you can work out the versioning numbering, then it's all good. Okay, I think we've probably got enough cobwebs in this hallway. I don't think we need any more. Again, I'm just going to move through it, look at it from different angles just to make sure it all looks okay. There's something I just don't like the look of. It's this cobweb here. Just the way it sort of ends there. That does not look quite right. So I just want to see if I can't angle this around to get a better fit. Sniper Girl, thank you for the 20-month subscription. You're absolutely awesome. I'm not sure if you're in chat. Oh, there you are. It's good to see you. How are you? How's things been, Sniper Girl? And thank you again for the 20-month subscription. You are absolutely awesome. I hope you're well. We haven't seen the other Sniper for a while. I hope he's okay, Sniper Echo. I haven't spoken to him for a little while. It's good to see you, Sniper Girl. I hope you're staying healthy and happy and all that with everything going on. I know it's there's a lot of human malware going around at the moment. You followed me on ArtStation, Steve. Well, thank you. I'll follow you. Are you on ArtStation? If you are, and you followed me, then I'll follow you back. So, yep. Anyway, if you want to follow my ArtStation, you can go to phildoes3d.com. I think you maybe type !ArtStation in Twitch chat. I'm not sure if I set up a command for that or not. But if you go to my website, phildoes3d.com, right down the bottom, there's links to all my social media, like my Twitter and my YouTube and my ArtStation. And if you follow me on ArtStation, I will follow you back. And yes, thank you for the follow. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Hellforge. I wasn't sure if I'd set up a command. There's the ArtStation link for my ArtStation. Sniper Girl says, want the gas station to be nighttime and rainy, so it's been fun trying to figure stuff like that out. Well, that's cool. Yeah, Sniper Girl a few months ago was showing off some of the work she did, and she created like this gas station, which is looking very cool. And actually rainy at night would look really cool, Sniper Girl. It would look cool. So yeah, I've just moved the spider web back just so it looks like it fits a little bit better. We don't have a spider web sort of attached to nothing in thin air. It looks like it's attached to something here. I'm just wondering if we need more. Do we need more spider webs? You're supposed to be controlling me, Smurf. I can put webs everywhere. Wonder if we need more. Do we need more through here? Do you think? Do we need more spider webs in here? Do we need more in here? Do we need more up here? Oh, maybe up there. We could put some webbing up here. Calm down. Okay, I'll calm down. Okay. I'll calm down. Android Lust says the ceiling. Yeah, I thought the ceiling too. Smurf says, yeah, the ceiling. Yes, in the ceiling though. Okay, yeah, up here. I thought some just up here in this corner. Because we've got lots of webbing going on down on the ground there, but maybe if we copy this bundle here. Again, if I can select it. You have to show off your work though, Sniper Girl. When you get something, make sure you pop it in the gallery because we all want to see it. And that goes for anyone watching. If you do want to join the Phil Does 3D Discord server, what did I do there? What did I do there? How did I select that? Okay, we don't want that. Get rid of that. Yeah, if you want to show up your work in the gallery on the Discord server, go right ahead and join and post. And if you do want me to show it off on stream, I will. I generally like showing the stuff off that you guys make on stream. But again, I know not everyone is comfortable with that, so if you don't want your stuff shown, then just tell me and I won't. You can post it in the Discord and say, please don't show it on the stream, and I won't. I will respect your wishes, because it is your work after all. This one, I think we'll rotate it around. And let's rotate it. Let's maybe bring it up. Maybe bring it in.
I find it hard to keep to my own pace when the road ahead.
I'm touching the ceiling. Yes, no, that's good. Just some spider web up there in the corner.
You make it feel so simple. Every time we disconnect, I find another part of you.
Okay, I think we've probably got enough spider web in the hallway section. I don't think I need to add any more. Now again, it will tone back once we get the lighting in, so it won't be quite so obvious. Sniper Girl says, when I have everything in the engine, definitely will. Currently just making a material that will do what I need to do. Still got quite a bit to figure out. That's fine. I mean, working on anything in 3D always sometimes takes a lot longer than you think it's going to. At least that's what I find. You think, oh, this will be easy. I'll make this and I'll do this and I'll texture this and I'll UV map this. But it always tends to take a lot longer than you intended. Not always, but usually. It's like programming. Programming is the same. Oh, you think, oh, this will be easy for me to knock up in whatever language you're working in. And once you start debugging stuff, it can take forever. So it always can take a lot longer than you think. But I look forward to seeing it when you do have something put together, Sniper Girl. Okay, I think we'll move down into the next room now. I want some webbing in this little hall though. So let's copy this one here. Selecting this webbing is so fiddly. I could double up on the webbing there like that. I don't mind that. To make the webbing there look a little bit thicker. Maybe. No, it probably doesn't need it. It doesn't need it. Control yourself, Bill. Control yourself. Let's rotate this around. Maybe in this direction. And let's pull it in and move it back. Sniper Girl says, oh my god, so true. Trying to make a material that will only add puddles based on the angle and also based on the parallax occlusion information. Has to have raindrops appear only in the deep parts. and also need to be vertex painting so I can vary between asphalt, cracked asphalt and mud. That's going to be a pretty full-on material by the sound of it. Getting it based on the parallax occlusion information might not be too difficult, but getting it based on the angle and having your raindrops only appear in the deeper parts, that's going to be a challenge. Good luck with that. Again, I'm just making sure that I'm not going through the wall into the next room. Smurf says, I'm not sure about angle and parallax, but I saw a guy make a sweet paintable puddle material for UE4 arcade scene he was working on. Yeah, I've seen puddle materials created through substance, using substance, and but also based on the actual height information of the ground. So I've seen all that done before. The raindrops thing, though, where it only happens in the deeper parts, that's going to be a challenge. I'm not sure about that one. Let's see here. I think Snappy Girl says, have the parallax occlusion already done based on the Quixel material for the road that they did. I saw a tutorial that has angle with snow, hoping to be able to combine the materials. Then we'll just need to figure out the raindrop part. Could possibly get away with vertex painting with that and would be fine. You must show us if you, once you get the material done. I'm curious to see what that would look like, because it sounds really cool. I just did the raindrop thing would be the most challenging part, I would have thought. I'm not sure what you'd use to do that in the material itself. Yeah, but show us once you've got it all sorted, because I'm keen to see it, because it sounds really cool. I don't want to put too many cobwebs in the hallway section here, but I do want some. There's not a lot of spots for cobwebs, unfortunately. Most of the walls are pretty flat. Generally, spiders, I guess, would create their cobwebs in these corners. So let's grab one of these. Sniper Girl says, there's tutorials that show how to do raindrops on YouTube, hoping to modify to work with the material. Going to be a ton of work to figure out, but that's half the challenge and half the fun. At least it is for me. I like a good challenge. That's what half the things the reason I like doing programming as well as 3D is I do like the challenge of working on a problem, because I like the feeling you get, and I've mentioned it before. I really like the feeling you get once you've solved a problem. You know, it takes days and days or weeks and weeks to work something out, but once you've solved it, that feeling of satisfaction you get and accomplishment that you get from knowing that you've solved it, I like that. Yeah, I don't know that I really want... I was going to say I don't know that I really want cobwebs in the doorway like that. I mean, the player will just pass through them because there is no collision on the cobweb. Maybe if we turn it around a little bit. And then maybe if we scale it back a little bit. Again, these cobwebs weren't really designed for a doorway. Save and copy, Hellforge says. Yeah, I'll do the save in just a minute once I work out what I want to do with this web. But I'll have the copy now. Smurfberry says, I don't like the feeling you get when a problem is insurmountable. Well, I class that's a challenge. I mean, I don't like it when it's insurmountable either, but I do like a good challenge. I have to admit. I don't like to lose. And I consider it, you know, if I can't work a problem out, then that's then it's beaten me, and I don't like the thought of that. I don't like the thought of being beaten. Sometimes you just can't work a problem out. Sometimes it's just too much. But I'll give it my best shot, that's for sure. That might be a bit better. I just want enough room for the player to be able to walk through without having to walk in the cobweb. Not that it makes a difference. There is no collision on the cobweb. The player will just pass straight through it. That's again making sure that we're not going outside of our room. Again, this cobweb was not really made for a doorway. See, I don't like the way the cobweb just ends there like that. That just looks a bit strange. I mean, it's attaching to something and there's nothing there and it's floating in midair. It just looks weird. I just don't think there's any way I can rotate this to get it to look quite right. Let's give it a go. Maybe like that. That should fix it. Now it looks like the cobweb is actually attaching to things it should be attaching to. Up from here, I'll just pull it in a little bit. Again, we're not going through the floor. No. That should be alright. Let's do a quick save. You know, I really thought we'd get the lighting done today, but it looks like we're just going to be doing cobwebs. Hellboy says that's how I currently feel about coding. Android Lost says programming is nothing but problems. 3D can be problems too. Hellforge says the Android speaks the truth. Sniper Girl says I'm hoping that with the Parallax Occlusion rain based on the normal that I get from the Quixel tutorial, that I can mod the mask to darken the outermost edges while keeping the center parts white. Then plug that into the raindrops tutorial that I found. Okay, I get where you're coming from. So yeah, you're going to mod the mask and darken the outer edge. Yep, no, I get that. Sniper Girl says should be doable with a real material editor. Going to be a lot of work and it's going to be an expensive material. Yeah, when Sniper Girl says expensive, she means that the compilation for the shader in the engine is going to be expensive. It's going to require a lot of comp time for the shader, and the more compilation, the slower the engine will get. Particularly if you use the material a lot or on really large areas in the engine. I did a similar thing with masking here with the dirt. I don't know if you guys can sort of see it here. But I've done masking here on the edging of the. This is actually a mesh that you can see comes out to the edge here, but the edges are masked so we can get a nice blend happening between the floor and the rubble pile, the dirt pile. So yeah, so I understand where you're coming from, Sniper Girl, with what you're doing. Okay, I think it's probably enough cobwebs for the little hall section here. Let's move into the main room. And I think we need some webs, maybe in this corner here. So let us copy this one again. Deselected it by mistake. Let's rotate it around. Helpwood says either that or fat stacks of gold coins in the Unreal Arcade machine. Sniper Girl says need a giant cobweb. Yeah, that's right. Just fill the entire room with cobwebs. Just like I said, Metro Exodus. I know if when you're walking through some of the environments they're created in that game. I mean, the game looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but they put cobwebs everywhere. In some of those levels, they're basically just wall-to-wall cobweb. I mean, they have that mechanic in the game where you take your lighter out and you burn the cobweb up, which looks really cool. It's a great looking mechanic, but man, they really went to town with the cobwebs in that game. And it's easy to do because I want to put cobwebs everywhere too. So I get it. I'm going to duplicate this cobweb again. And we're going to pull it forward. Pull it down. I'm going to scale it down. Let's rotate it a little bit. We'll rotate it that way and this way and that way. Let's move it forward. Might pull it up a little bit. Again, making sure I'm not going through the floor too much. Hellford says, to Sniper Girl, hope you've been doing well. Yeah, we haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, I hope you're doing well as well. I hope Sniper Echo is too. I hope he's good. I haven't seen him for a little while. I heard from him. Smurf says, draw calls everywhere. Sniper Girl says, the Hellforge been doing well, to be honest. Still working at the factory currently. Keeping up my head while trying to work on stuff. It can be hard, can't it? When you're working, you were saying you were working 12-hour days and do a 12-hour shift and then come home and do 3D work. I know it can get really hard. Even if you love what you do, it can still get really tiring, as I found out last week. Helpboard says, Sniper Girl, good to hear. Hope the gas station goes well. Sniper Girl says, want to start applying for game dev jobs again after the environment is done so I can start applying for environment art positions. Well, that's one of the best reasons to be working on your portfolio. To be working on stuff is to make stuff for your portfolio. That's what Phil's trying to say. I'm not doing a very good job of it. Now you see here, I've got my my cobweb ending in midair here, like again. Now instead of me trying to finagle, is that a word? This cobweb into the right position, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this tin, this old paint tin, and we're going to make the spider web attached to the tin. Just like that. So instead of us trying to mess around with getting the spider web into the absolute correct position, I'm just going to move this tin into... I'm actually going to scale it up a bit too, so it's less obvious it's a copy of the other one. And we might even just rotate it so that the texture is less noticeable as being a copy. Maybe like that. So now our spider web has something it's attaching to, and we've just filled up this corner a little bit more. It won't block the player. We tested it yesterday to make sure it wasn't blocking the player, and that tin won't block the player, so that should all be good. Let's do a save. Sniper Girl says, hoping by then the Saints Row game I worked on at Volition will be released so I can do an art dump from that. That'll be cool. All that stuff I did there under the NDA, so I can't show anything currently. Okay, more cobwebs in this room. It'd be good if we could get the cobwebs done today before I finish the stream, so that when I come back on Monday next week, we can start working on the lighting, which shouldn't take too long. All right, I'm going to keep going with these cobwebs we've been using, because there's a few spots in here where these will work really well. Particularly around that central stairway. So let's duplicate them and start moving them. Let's rotate it. These should work well in these corner sections. I'm going to duplicate it again. Let's rotate it around. I don't know, Smurf, you mentioned before draw calls. I don't know if you were talking to me or you were referring to me with all these spider webs. It won't be a problem, too much of a problem, because we're going to be creating hardware instances of all of these webs anyway. Oh, man. So if that was directed at me, well, if they were all kept as separate meshes, then that's certainly true. But we're going to create a hardware instance, so You probably won't see that on stream because that won't be done until toward the end of the development of the game. Because once you create a hardware instance, you cannot move or change the assets. So we tend to leave that until right before the end, before release, just in case we need to go back and change anything up a bit. Just going to turn angle snap off here. It's not. It's more annoying than anything at the moment. Trying to fine tune these spider webs. And there is lotting on these webs as well. You can sort of see it as I move forward and back. Okay, let's duplicate it again. And let's move this one inside the step, I think. Sniper Girl says, days I work, I don't really watch Twitch, usually have Discord open. Yep. Sniper Girl is saying, we'll look at doing hardware instances, still need to model trash and a few other things that will be scattered art for the gas station. Definitely be worth doing for optimization, yeah. And it's really easy to do inside of the engine. There's a tool built into the engine to do it. So yeah, I advise using hardware instances because it will speed the engine up quite a lot. Okay, let us duplicate this again. And let's rotate it around. Actually, that direction was probably better. So I'm just going for placement in different spots around this central stairwell. Just so we don't make it look too repetitive. I'm just worried that we're getting like the player may notice the same shape here. So to hide that, I'm going to again duplicate this. Then we're going to rotate it. And let's move it. Yeah, like that. That way the player is less likely to notice it's a copy of the same web again and again and again. Move it in a bit. Maybe rotate it around a bit. Maybe rotate it this way a bit. Oh wow, stop that engine, you're so annoying. Okay, let's move around. Again, I'm going to duplicate it again. Let's move it to this side. In fact, I might, while I'm here, bring it up to the altar. Let's rotate it around. There is going to be actually this asset needs a little bit of adjustment, because there's going to be a I haven't actually made the corrections yet to the asset, but there's going to be a cutout in here where you actually insert something to actually disable the particle effect that's stopping you from picking up the crystal. So I don't want to place the web where that cutout will be. I don't want to make it more difficult for the player to see it. So I'm just going to make sure I position the web on this side and not around here.
About to do something, scared of the outcome. I'm sorry to say this, you aren't good for me. About to change it all.
Okay, let's duplicate it again.
Cut you all off. Sorry if you get hurt by. I need to do this. I need to move with this. 'Cause I know I'm fit.
And this one we can put maybe, actually I'm going to scale this one up, this duplicate up a little bit. Let's rotate it. Move it down just a touch. Sniper Girl says, wow, just found something that shows some promise tutorial wise. We'll post it in Discord. Yeah, do. Cool. Because I do remember there is a section on the Phil Does 3D Discord server which is all of the tutorials and tips that the guys and girls that are members of the server have come across. Some really interesting stuff there. So you should check through that on the Discord server as well. Ranging a whole gamut of stuff regarding 3D. Tutorials, free tutorials that you can watch that the guys have found. Thank you, Healthforge. Join the Discord server by clicking that link you see in Twitch chat now. If you do want to wishlist a game you see me working on here, click the link that's just been popped in Twitch chat. That'll take you to the Steam store page. I do want to shout out a thank you to Clock Knight for following the channel. My apologies for not thanking you sooner, Clock Knight. I just noticed. I get too caught up in what I'm doing. But welcome to Phil Does 3D, Clock Knight. and thank you for following. Okay, so let's just look around this central thing here a little bit. So we've got cobwebs there, and cobwebs there. Again, I'm just trying to vary it up so the cobwebs don't all look too similar. Some there, big pile up there on that corner. And maybe we need some just down around here. Helpboard says, too caught up in the cobweb. That's... oh. Yes, I got too caught up in the cobwebs. Just some cobwebs somewhere around here. Maybe. Let's copy one of these. If I can select it. Wow. And move it over. And rotate it around. Maybe like... no, not like that. Maybe like that. And just rotate it a little bit more. I may scale this one out a little bit as well. Just so we get it looking like the cobwebs attached to that and to that. Looks like maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I might grab another one of those tins, those old paint tins, unless I can think of something better. Maybe, actually, I wonder, we could grab a copy of this old tin as well. That might be more interesting than just those paint tins everywhere. It's a more interesting shape. I'm not even really sure what this tin is. Like what it would have been used for. It's a jug or some sort, I think. We may lay it on its side so it's just a little bit more interesting looking. Let's move it back into this corner where the cobweb is. And I might just rotate it a bit this way and maybe a little bit more up again. There, that gives that cobweb something to stick onto. Okay, I don't know that this central section needs any more webs. I think we've got quite enough going on now. Now we can just look at the rest of the room. But let us do a quick save. And have a copy. Sniper Girl says, she's talking about the tutorial she's found on Quixel. Has raindrops vertex painting. Don't recall having parallax occlusion, but that's easy to add. Yeah, adding parallax occlusion mapping to the engine is pretty easy. There's actually a specific node created inside of Unreal for parallax mapping, so all you have to do is drag the node in and use it that way. It's built right into the engine. Alright, let me see now. To start to speed this up a little bit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this grouping here. The difficult part is actually selecting it. That one and let's duplicate both of those. And we can move that into the back room. Ooh, I'm in a room I shouldn't be in. They're not going to be happy. Let's move this over here. I'm thinking, just trying to work out how I want to rotate this. You gave me a mod slap. Oh, wow. Bill's been slapped. Nice, Smurf, very nice. Because the reason he gave me a mod slap is because I'm not supposed to, the game studio said to me, make sure you stay in the room you're working in. Do not go showing viewers on Twitch other rooms. And I just showed you another part of the building which I shouldn't have shown you, so that's why I got the slap. The guys at the game studio will be very happy with you, Smurfberry, for doing that to me, I'm sure. I'm just going to make some adjustments. Oh, man. Some adjustments here individually on these two pieces. So I'm going to move this one over there. In fact, I'm going to rotate this one around 180 degrees. Or thereabouts. Who would have thought cobwebs could be so fiddly? Who'd have thunk? I might rotate this out a little bit. Let's move it back a little bit. Again, I'm trying to position it so that the web looks like it's actually coming off of the wall. And this one's proving really, really fiddly. Why are you so fiddly? Andrew Lust says you leave the room every stream. I know. Shh. Don't tell them. Shh. That's our secret. I'm not sure if they monitor my streams or not, actually. They probably do. I think they do, actually. Maybe not while I'm live, but after the fact. Hellboard says, I was just assuming it was for spending the whole stream putting cobwebs in. Mercury says, I'm just getting started early on the reaction. Yes, I'm sure they're not going to be happy. Andrew Dust says, got to run a bit early. See you all. Thanks for being here, Andrew Dust. You have a great weekend, and I'll see you back on. I'll be back on Monday next week. Hopefully, I'll see you then. You have a great weekend, buddy. And thanks for being here. Creative Steve says the cobwebs actually look pretty good. Thanks, Steve. Again, they should look a bit better. They won't be quite so in your face when we get the lighting going. They stand out a lot in unlit mode. They'll be toned back a bit in lit mode. Well, they should be anyway. I just got to get the position of these things right, which is the really fiddly bit. I might actually move this forward, rotate it around. So I want some webs around the crates here more than anything, I think. Just getting them into position that's proving a bit difficult. So I have to make sure that it looks like the web is attached to things and not just floating in the air. Like that section's attached to the wall. This section here really should be attached to the crate. And I might duplicate this one again. And we'll pull it over here. We'll scale it back so it's a bit smaller. Maybe rotate it around just a little bit. Let's rotate it this way. See, again, I've got this corner here that's sort of like not attached to anything in the middle of the air, so I really need to rotate it so that looks like it's maybe attached to the crate. That should work. There we go. Ooh, I'm not going to get my cobwebs finished today. Bugger. That's okay. We've only got a couple more corners to put some cobwebs in. We got most of them. 90% of the cobwebs have been done. Well, that's the important thing. Let's do a quick save. So when I come back on Monday, we will finish the cobwebs off. It's a couple more corners to do in this room, and then we're going to start doing the lighting for the room. Everything else has been pretty much done. But I think we might leave it there for today, guys and girls. I do want to thank you though very much for being here, hanging out and watching with me. I'll be back again on Monday next week at 5 p.m. Pacific time in the United States. That's around 1 a.m. if you're in the UK. And we'll finish this room off. We're determined to get this attic done next week. So we'll finish the spider webs and then we'll do the lighting. The lighting shouldn't take too long. Famous last words. But we'll tackle that next week. Finish the cobwebs and start the lighting. Yeah, you guys take care. Have a great weekend. Stay happy, healthy and safe. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all again on Monday next week. You guys have a great weekend. See ya.